Okay, so we're going to look at levels of organization in the human body. And so we're going to look all the way from atoms up to organ systems and to a full human. So atoms make up all matter, living and non-living. And you see some different ones here because there are 92 different types of atoms. The ones here are actually two hydrogens and an oxygen. So what they're showing is actually the atoms of a water molecule. And so what happens is atoms join together to form molecules. So a molecule is two or more atoms joined together by a chemical bond. And we're not going to go over the chemical bonds in this class, but we're just going to say they're joined together by a chemical bond. Okay, so two or more atoms joined together is molecules. So here we're using the example of water as an example of a molecule. Okay, and then many molecules come together to form cells. Cells are the smallest functional units of our body. That is the smallest you can go and still be considered living. So there are actually single-celled organisms that are made up of one cell. We are obviously a multicellular organism made up of many cells. But the smallest functional unit of our body that is considered living is considered a cell. And cells then join together to form tissues. So similar cells, because there are many different types of cells in our body, so similar cells working together to perform a function is a tissue. And generally these similar cells, they look similar to each other. So if we're talking about endothelial tissue, so like the tissue that makes up our the membranes inside of our mouth, let's say, the cells are all going to kind of look similar. If we're talking about bone tissue, those cells are all going to mostly look the same. If we're talking about muscle tissue, the cells are going to look the same because cells look the way they do in order to perform whatever job they perform. Okay, so that's tissues. So then when we have two or more tissues working together to perform a specific function, that's called an organ. So you know some organs of your body, right? Your heart, your lungs, your intestine, small and large intestine, those are all organs. So those are two or more tissues working together. And then once you have a group of organs that work together to form a specific function, then that's called a system. So that's things like our respiratory system, our gastrointestinal system. Okay, those are all systems. And then all of our systems working together makes a full human. All right, all done.